Bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good afternoon, friends in Dhamma. We are in topic number 2, Samma Sankappa. Right intention, right thoughts. It's up to you. The Pali word is Samma Sankappa. So, in the morning, you got opportunity to listen to Bhante ji about Samma Ditti. So, Samma Ditti and Samma Sankappa has very close relationship. Samma Ditti is the vision. Samma Sankappa is the concept that we are supposed to develop to get support for your vision. So vision is there now, Samma Ditti, right view. So then, to continue that mission with that vision, you have to have good concept, right concept. That is right intention, which we call Samma Sankappa, right thoughts. Right thoughts are very important in our practice. There is a word that Buddha used, Sankappa Rago. Sankappa Rago. We have word Raga. Raga means lust. Lust is completely dependent on your views, thoughts, intention. That is the way how they explain about the lust. For example, meditators who are going into cemetery to practice death awareness, they are using that corpse as a meditation object to see the nature. At the same time, there are the living beings who are going there to find food. They are taking that corpse as their food. They have pleasure there. And there are some wicked mind people who are looking. It might be a beautiful girl who died a few days ago. They are ready to use this corpse as their sexual ornament. So in this manner, we can see thoughts are the main important thing to use that object, benefits for yourself as well as to destroy yourself. It's completely up to thoughts, ideas, views, perceptions. So therefore, Samma Sankappa, right intentions, are very important in our practice. So let's take our literature reviews about this right intention through the Tripitaka. There are so many suttas that explain. There's a particular sutta that I'm going to use today, Velama Sutta. Velama Sutta delivered by the Buddha to Anathapindika. Anathapindika is one of great supporter of the Buddha. During the Buddha's time, he was the main lay supporter. He had been practicing generosity in many ways. So So taking him as a reasons to deliver that Velama Sutta, to the delivered Velama Sutta. So then let's see what is right intention or right thoughts. Right intention means clear vision leading to the clear thinking. Right thoughts leads to the elimination of harmful thoughts and developing such positive state of mind such as metta, which is opposed to hatred, ill will, aversion, and developing thoughts of harmless or compassion, which are opposed to cruelty and callousness. So this is brief idea, brief explanations about right intention or right thoughts. Now, in here, clear vision leading to the clear thinking. This is very important. Clear vision leading to the clear thinking. What does means a clear in here? Clear means no desire, no ignorance, no hatred. That is the meaning of clear thoughts. If there is thoughts connecting with ignorance, desire, as well as hatred, those thoughts are not the thoughts that we are supposed to recognize as clear thoughts. Those thoughts are connecting with defilements. So therefore, clear thoughts means free from defilements. That is the meaning of clear thoughts. So right thoughts leads to the elimination of harmful thoughts. Where harmful thoughts are coming? Harmful thoughts are coming from ignorance and desire. Better to get an idea about ignorance and desire. This is very important because according to the dependent origination, we are starting this birth and death circle from what? Avidya, Pacha, Sankhara, ignorance. In this circle, we are living in this samsara. We are circulating in this birth and death circle. What? Because of ignorance. Not just only ignorance, there are some other, but main point is their ignorance. So what does ignorance means? Not knowing. Not knowing. So ignorance is one of main reasons to remain in the samsara. So if someone willing to attain enlightenment, if someone willing to attain nibbana, to end this samsaric suffering, what they supposed to do? They have to take care of their ignorance. So then, practicing as Buddhist follower or who is following the teachings of the Buddha, what is the purpose of their life? What is the purpose of their life? Their life sacrifice to take care of ignorance or go against the ignorance. That is the meaning of practicing Buddhism. Practicing Buddhism means not just offering candle in here in the altar, offering flowers in here in the altar. Practicing Buddhism means you are going against ignorance. That is the meaning of practicing Buddhism. Why? Avidya, Pacha, Sankhara. We accumulate things because of ignorance. That's why in Daruchirya Sutta, Daruchirya is one of interesting guy who met the Buddha. While Buddha was getting ready to go arms round, this Daruchirya came to see the Buddha and he was begging, Venerable Sir, please give me some Dhamma for me. Buddha was not in that mood to give a Dhamma summons for that person. He was in hurry. And he was begging and begging. And then Buddha said, okay, ditte dittamattam sute sutamattam. See things as they are, listen things as they are. That was it. That is the sermon given by the Buddha for Daharuchi. He was wise person. He was able to see the message given by the Buddha. So then he attained enlightenment. To see things as they are. What does it mean? Away from ignorance. Eliminated ignorance. And then try to see things as they are, what you are looking. When you are able to see things as they are, means you don't have any ignorance there. Then you can see the real picture. What is the real picture is? Real picture is nothing existing. That is the meaning of impermanence. You can see impermanence. Now you have ability to see things as they are. You well develop your mind to see things as they are. Now you can see things as they are. Then you can see, oh, nothing, something that we have thoughts. Okay, people are existing here, people are here. This building is existing. We have this concept. But when you are able to see things as they are, you can recognize, oh, nothing existing. Even though we have concept in here as a meditation hall, but there is no something that we have to take as a meditation hall. You can see things as they are. This is the way how you can see things as they are. At the end, you can see nothing exists. Impermanence. Impermanence means nothing exists. But through our avidya, ignorance, thoroughly we have ideas, thoughts, oh, things are existing. Beings are there outside. All these materials are existing. We have this concept. Very deep level, we have this concept. Why? Because of ignorance. We are living with avidya. That avidya created so many strong thoughts in our mind because you can't see things as they are. You can't hear things as they are. You see things in surface level, having concept, oh, things are existing. Things are existing. That's why generally people say, just think about if something happened in their life, kind of disaster. Collapse your house because of lightning or floods or any other reasons, then they will say, oh, everything is anicca Bhante. Everything is impermanent Bhante. That is not anicca. That is not impermanence. You are talking about there are things, these things subject to change. That is not anicca. That is viparinama. Changing things. That is not impermanence. Impermanent means nothing exists. That is impermanent. So therefore, without developing your wisdom, there is no way to see things as they are. So right thoughts lead to elimination of harmful thoughts. How? Developing wisdom. Developing wisdom. So therefore, right thoughts or right intention, Samma Sankappa, is one of great, important, crucial things in our practice. because we are trying to develop our wisdom. We are on that practice to gain wisdom. To gain wisdom, so we have to have right thoughts, right intention. Without right intention, it is not easy to, there's no possibility to see things as they are or to gain wisdom. Therefore, second step of Noble Eightfold Path is very important regarding our practice. Then we'll see how we can develop these right thoughts. But anyway, get these ideas into your mind, meaning harmful thoughts and developing such a positive states of mind such as metta, which is opposed to hatred. In here, the way how we should develop our right thoughts, right intention is mentioned in here. What is that? Develop your metta. Develop your metta, which is opposed to hatred. You want to get rid of your hatred. To get rid of your hatred, you have to develop metta. But really, if you want to get rid of your hatred, metta should come as a automatic things to your mind through your wisdom. Through your wisdom, when you're able to see things as they are, metta would be there. Metta would be there. What is the reasons to have hatred? What is the reason? Analyze all these defilements. Avidya pacha sankhara, because of ignorance, you're ready to accumulate things. It means you have concept, things are existing. Then avidya is here, you have concept, things are existing. So then your desires start to work. Desires start to work. Now, avidya in here, ignorance, desire, lobha is in here. These two are working together. Avidya and ignorance, avidya and lobha, ignorance and desire are working together now. These two are get together, hatred would arise in your mind. No one can change it. Why? You don't have satisfactions. Because things are not existing, but you have thoughts, things are existing. Wrong views, wrong intention, everything is there. Now, you have desire connected with that wrong views and wrong intention. Desire doesn't have limits. Desire is unlimited. The Buddha used a word, na kahapana vase na titti kamesu vijjati. There is no satisfaction, even though you have a rain of gold. There is no satisfaction, even though you are experiencing rain of gold. Because gold is kind of things that you like to have. But that satisfaction, there is no limit for that satisfaction. That is the nature of desire. Because that desire coming with ignorance. Desire coming with ignorance. Now, as a result of that nature, you have hatred. Why you have hatred? Because ignorance and desire working together, when these two are working together, automatically ignorance is there. Because time is limits, materials are limits, all the resources are very limited. So in this world, materials are limited, but your thoughts are, desires are not limited. There's no limit. Boundaryless desire. That's why Buddha said, even though you are experiencing rain of, gold rain, but you don't have satisfaction there. because that is the nature of your ignorance and that is the nature of your desire. So now anger arises in there. So you can see easily why we supposed to develop metta against our hatred, because our idea, our thoughts, our ambition go against ignorance. So therefore we have to tame our word, our actions. Tame in word and actions, we can develop our inner peace, reducing stress, anxiety, and depression. Reducing stress, we can make him a platform in our mind to think deeply, widely, and quickly. That is wisdom. You're making that platform through your practice. So therefore, right intention, right thoughts leads to that eliminations of harmful thoughts, which we call hatred. So developing thoughts of harmless or compassion, now we can reduce cruelty. Another explanations, right intention is defined as the applications of mind needed to achieve the ultimate goal of the path, the cessation of suffering. How we can achieve cessation of suffering? How we can end suffering? Only through wisdom. We can end suffering only through wisdom. Without gaining wisdom, is there any way that we can end suffering? No. I have I'm always using this simile to give us some idea about this desire and ignorance. For example, just think about, I have two things in my palms. In here, I have a piece of gold. In here, I have a piece of iron. So to audience, I'm asking, which you like to take from me? What you like to take from me? Which one? Huh? Gold. No one want to have this piece of iron. Everybody like, whoever is here, you like to get this piece of gold. Why you like to get that piece of gold? Open your mind. Why? What is the purpose? What is the reason? Gold is valuable than iron. Where you get this value? Who said this valuable? Gold is valuable than any other? Who said that? Huh? That's the reason one. Bankers, economics, they said this is valuable than iron. This is the way how it's created. There are people who are specialized, we call geography specialists. They're ready to explain about these materials. Okay, this is rare. Gold you can find only such a places, not everywhere. But even though those places, it's very rare. It's not easy to find. Iron is not like that. It is, you can find very much iron, most of the places. So then they started to explain about something regarding this material. And then this message going into the economics, gold are rare. It's not easy to find. So then it is demanding, which is rare, that is demanding. So then what we have to do? We are supposed to price up. They are using another story. They are making up some other stories regarding that. Then astrologists, they're able to say, okay, these are very good for your health. If there is any bad effect from stars, this is the best solution. They are made up another stories. Myth is there. So then now, this news coming to us generation by generation, now we ready to hold all these things, grab things, accumulate things. Okay, they are right. Gold is valuable than any others. Now we are keeping that thoughts with us. So that's why at the beginning of our life, our parents, our relatives, our other family members, they're ready to give some gift. Okay, this is earrings for you. This is made by gold. This is a ring made by gold. It's valuable. So many stories are there. At the end, take this piece of gold and piece of iron, going into physics lab. Ask them to turn into atoms levels or go beyond atoms level. Ask them to turn into the level of quantum level. Then if you ask from that scientists, physicians, they might say, still there is difference. They're ready to say so. Why? They still have that big concept. Things are existing. They have concept. Iron existing, gold existing. They have that concept thoroughly in their mind. Therefore, they're ready to say, okay, this is atoms, these atoms from gold, these atoms from iron. They still have that separation. Segregation is there still. But when you go to Abhidhamma, the main teachings of the Buddha, divided into elements, is there any difference with the elements? Gold elements different than iron elements? Earth element is earth elements. It doesn't matter gold elements or iron elements. Fire elements is fire elements. There is no difference with gold fire elements or iron fire elements. When it's turned into elements, it might be 4 or 8. There's no difference. So then, who gave the value for the gold? How gold became valuable than iron? Through these made-up stories. What is these made-up stories? Is it based on reality? Not reality. Just made-up stories. No any scientific approach there. Without scientific approach, we have that concept, ideas, thoughts, and the culture. We're ready to carry this culture, ideas, thoughts, life after life. This is the way how ignorance going on this samsara through us. We are transporting this ignorance to our next generation. You already did that. Not someone else. Is there any reason to transport this ignorance? There is a reason. What is that reason? Culture. That is the reason, culture. Culture also full of ignorance, but in this human world, all are not ready to attain enlightenment right away. They need time. But this is the actual situation. So then, how we can get rid of that desire? Just practicing generosity, can we get rid of desire? No. it is impossible. So then you have to light. What is the light? Light is your wisdom. You have to reach wisdom. Then you can really get rid of your desire of gold. If there is desire regarding goals or any other valuable ornaments, you can get rid of that desire, that attachment through your wisdom. That's why avidya patya sankhara, independent origination, it's explained. When it going into other way, at the last thing, at the end of this samsaric suffering, the way how we can get rid of this suffering, you have to end ignorance. When you're able to eliminate your ignorance, that is the time that you can free from desire. That is the time free from desire. So, right intention is very important. Now you can understand why right intention is very important. Our desire, our goal, our achievement is to attain enlightenment or to develop wisdom. Without developing wisdom, there is no way to get rid of this samsaric circle. There is no way to get rid of cause of suffering. What is the cause of suffering? Desire. There is no way to get rid of cause of suffering without get rid of your ignorance. So, right intention is very important there. When we turn into samma sankappa, right intention, according to Noble Eightfold Path, samma sankappa divided into 3 groups: renunciation, goodwill, and harmless. Nekkama sankappa, avyapada sankappa, avihimsa sankappa. Nekkama sankappa means renunciation. So, how you can practice this renunciation? Practice in generosity. Practice in generosity. The way how you can practice generosity, according to Noble Eightfold Path, you have to give away without any intention. Give away. Abandoning. There is no connection. But this is very hard part according to the modern society. Most of the people in the world are practicing generosity. Even though they already gave, but they are holding as thoughts. Okay, that is the one I gave. That is the one I gave. Already you have that thoughts. Whenever you're going, you already donated something, but whenever you're going there, you like to see it. Whether you have that things, I mean, generally in our experience, devotees are offering so many things for us. Sometimes they offer shoes for us, sandals for us. While we are walking, they are looking at our feet. This is not the one that I donated. Are they offered? No, they are holding. If you are offer something, it means you should have get rid of that thoughts from your mind. That is the meaning renunciation. That is the meaning renunciation. If you are donated something, you don't want to ask your name there, to have your name there. If you're asking to put your name somewhere else, it means you are not really abandoning it. You are holding it yourself. So according to Noble Eightfold Path, I don't know about the situation in the society, but this is the Noble Eightfold Path explanations. That's why, particularly these days are the days that we celebrate Buddha's birthday. In Sri Lanka, it is impossible to walk in the evening on roads because they are coming. They're asking, oh, they're coming. Let's have a cup of tea. Let's have kind of drinks. Let's have something eat. Even though they already passed a few places, they had their food, but there are people who are willing to offer some food. People call, they also practice generosity. No, that is not generosity. That is not the way how you can develop renunciation. That is not the way how you can develop. Renunciation means completely you have to give away. There's nothing to hold. If you're holding something in your mind, that is the one I donated, you're not gave up yet. You're still holding that things with you. So this is the real way, according to Noble Eightfold Path, how you should practice generosity. Generousness is there. When you're able to do these things like this, with this manner, so then goodwill is there. Harmlessness is there. Goodwill and harmless, these thoughts we can categorize into 4 groups. Avihimsa and avyapada. Avihimsa means harmlessness. Avyapada means goodwill. So these 2 we can categorize into 4 groups, which we call metta, karuna, mudita, upekka. Loving-kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. It means when you're ready to abandon, when you are abandoning, when you are giving away, you have to develop these 4 things in your mind. Loving-kindness should develop there, increase there. Compassion should increase there. Sympathetic joy increase there. Equanimity should increase there. These 4 qualities should increase in your mind. While you are practicing generosity, in your mind, increasing these 4 qualities. This is the meaning of practicing generosity. This is right intention, according to the Noble Eightfold Path in the second step. We supposed to develop our generousness. Same time, we have to develop these 4 qualities with us. Without developing these 4 qualities, what kind of generosity would be there? That is not real generosity. That's why you are practicing, you are giving something to others. Material-wise, you are moving things out, but thought-wise, you are keeping that thoughts in your mind. Oh, that is the one I donated. The concept is there. I donated. So this is not the way how you supposed to practice generosity according to Noble Eightfold Path. So then renunciation is very important. Give away without any other thoughts, without holding anything, giving away. So practice generosity. Then same times develop your loving-kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. These are the result of your giving away. That is the action, giving away. And results is you are developing these qualities. Loving-kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. The intention of renunciation is intention to turn away from the pull of our desire and attachment. That is the meaning of renunciation. If one accepts the Four Noble Truths, the root cause of suffering is our desire for an attachment to things. Renunciation is simply turning away from our craving those things. So this is the meaning of giving away, renunciation. So now you know the way how you should practice generosity, the way how you develop your renunciation thoughts, and then what would be the results there. Then you can see the results yourself. You can measure your compassion, you can measure your loving friendliness, you can measure your sympathetic joy, you can measure your equanimity yourself. So measuring all these wholesome thoughts, you can enjoy yourself. That is, enjoyments come through your merits. Enjoyment coming through your merits. But to have that merits, meaningful action was very important. If you don't have that meaningful action, there is nothing to enjoy. There's nothing to enjoy. This is the way how we should develop right intention. The intention of goodwill is the intention good of all living things. Metta, loving kindness or loving friendliness, must be developed for all sentient creatures. This is sometimes achieved through a form of meditation called metta meditation. We practice metta meditation for what? To achieve this goal. Develop our loving friendliness quality. We practice meditation. But in here, it mentioned, practicing generosity, you can create these thoughts in your mind. You can create. So generosity is, generousness is the reasons to gain your loving friendliness thoughts there. And why we want to have loving friendliness thoughts, compassionate thoughts, sympathetic joy, and equanimity? Why? What is the reasons to have these qualities? Dear friends, among these living beings, we consider as human beings. Who are we? We are human beings. No one can be humans without these qualities. No one can be humans without these qualities. If you don't have loving friendliness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity, you are exactly similar with other animals. Even though those animals have these qualities in some degrees. For example, mothers, it might be cat, dogs, tiger, lion, it doesn't matter. When they become mother, they love their kids. Loving friendliness. They are protecting their kids. Compassion. They are very happy about the progress of their kids. We can see through these documentaries and all these information that you can find through the internet and things. Yeah, you can see there are so many stories regarding their loving friendliness, compassion, sympathy, joy, and equanimity. So it means even though these animals also have these qualities, but to become human beings, exactly, we have to have these qualities more than them. We have to go beyond them with these qualities. That is the nature of humanity. No one can talk about humanity without these qualities. Then as Buddhist follower, we have concept, ideas, thoughts about enlightenment. Attain enlightenment means you are establishing these qualities. That is the meaning of attain enlightenment. It means, as a mundane person, yes, we have loving kindness. But the mind is not established well, it's going up and down. Sometimes we have loving kindness, sometimes we don't have. We have compassion, but not every time. We have anger, we have jealous, we have unhappy stages in our mind. So, person who attained enlightenment, that person established already these qualities in their mind. So, it's like a line, simple line. Their qualities remain as beginning, middle, and the end of their life because they already established. They don't have any barrier there to maintain their qualities. That's why the Buddha was there in same way, even though not change his mind. His compassion was there. Ravana, his own son, was there. He did not have any priority for him. Any bias there. He had same mind. Working with Devadatta, who tried to kill. Working with Rahula, his own son. There's no difference to the Buddha because he already established these qualities. Eliminating defilements because defilements are the reasons to go up and down. What are the defilements? Ignorance, avidya, desire, lobha, and hatred. These are the reasons to go up and down these. We are living. We have these defilements with us, and same time we have these four sublime qualities in some degrees. That's why sometimes we are full of friendly, sometimes full of hatred. Same person who were there with full of loving kindness thoughts and turned into like a devil. Unbelievably turned into a devil. Same person. How? When the desire arises in his mind, anger arising, ignorance arises in his mind, anger arising, then he became a devil. Then no more loving kindness qualities, no more compassion, then ready to use all the weapons, including verbs and other materials to kill anyone in the world. So that's why we have to develop these four qualities to live happily and peacefully. To maintain our inner peace is very important. So therefore, these four qualities are the qualities which is helping us to be happy all the time. Without these four qualities, there's no way to be happy. Happiness is a result of these four qualities. So one day, when we're able to eliminate all the defilements from our mind, that is the time that we can establish these qualities with us forever. The intention of harmless is the intention to act in a way that leads to freedom from suffering for all living things. When practicing right intention, the mind will over and over again towards wholesome thoughts and actions which ultimately lead to the cessation of suffering. We are looking cessation of suffering. We are working on cessation of suffering. So then these qualities should be there. These qualities are the qualities which are leading to these cessations of suffering. So we have to develop, we have to use these qualities with us. Velama Sutta, Anguttara Nikaya, 20th Sutta is Velama Sutta. This Sutta is the Sutta which explains the way how we should practice generosity. But I may not be able to discuss about the whole Sutta, but keeping something very briefly in your mind. There was a conversation with the Buddha, and then Buddha was asking from the person what kind of generosity you are practicing. Then they said, okay, we have food for us, we have food for other people who are living with us, and when we are eating, we are ready to eat using these things, kind of good food. When we are ready to give to others, we are ready to use these kind of food, which is not considered as a good, best thing. So we ready to cook for them using this kind of rice. Think about if we are talking about rice, okay. Basmati is the rice that we are using. But kind of low grade, low level rice are the rice that we are using to practice, to give others. That we are using to give others. So then having this conversation, then the Buddha started to explain the way how we should practice generosity. If one were feed one person, consummate in view, that would be more fruitful than the great gift that Velama Brahmans gave. The way how Velama practiced, always he is practicing generosity, but with considering as the receiver, considering as receiver is kind of low level. He doesn't have compassion. He's just practicing generosity, having thoughts to, okay, I want to help this poor guy. He don't have to eat something, therefore this is enough for him. He can enjoy having that thoughts. But the Buddha said, if one were to feed one person, consummate in view, that would be the more fruitful than the great gift. We have to have compassionate thoughts, loving kindness thoughts. While you are practicing generosity, that is most important. Whatever you are giving, it doesn't matter. But you have to have clear mind. Things that you have, you can share with others, but important is your intention, your thoughts. You have to have loving kindness, compassionate thoughts there. While you are eating, your pets might come to you asking some food, but that food already you mix, look like very ugly, it doesn't matter if you have compassionate thoughts. Okay, these are the things that I'm eating. I would like to share with you. Only loving kindness, compassionate thoughts are important while you are practicing generosity. The generousness is something created by these loving kindness, compassionate thoughts. So that is very important. If one were feed one's returner, that would be the more fruitful than the great gift that Velama the Brahmana gave. Once returner. In this manner, Buddha was explaining the different kind of way that you can practice generosity, the way how you can get more benefits. So in here, what does means once returner? The person who develop their qualities into very high level. The first level, stream entry, Sotapanna. The second level, Sakadagami, once return. In this once return level means that person already eliminated some defilements and established his qualities in some degrees. So if someone have opportunity to offer dana, give something with that spiritually developed person, the benefits are high compared with others. In this manner, in this Vellana Sutta, the Buddha explained, if one were feed one non-returner, that would be more fruitful than one who were feed 100 one returners. In this manner, it's explained. In one were to feed one arahant, that would be more fruitful than if one were to feed 100 non-returners. If one were feed one Pacheka Buddha, that would be more fruitful than if one were to feed 100 arahants. If one were feed a Tathagata, a worthy one, rightly self-awakened, that would be more fruitful than if one were to feed 100 private Buddhas. Private Buddhas, they translate, Pacheka Buddha, they translate into English as a private Buddha. I don't know about that word. Private Buddha, Pacheka Buddha, that meaning not really connecting there. But Pacheka Buddha means the Buddha who attained enlightenment, the Buddhahood is similar, but his capacity is different. The Pacheka Buddha doesn't have audience. Pacheka Buddha doesn't have dispensation. Only the Samma Sambuddha can have dispensation. That's the difference. That's why here is mentioned as private Buddha. If one were to feed a community of monks headed by the Buddha, that would be more fruitful than if one were to feed the Tathagata. The Buddha in here appreciate if someone practice generosity, offering something regarding the community of monks headed by the Buddha, that would be the greatest one, worthier than the one that's offering to the Buddha. If one were having a dwelling built and dedicated to the community of the four directions, that would be the more fruitful than if one were to feed community of monks headed by the Buddha. Dedicated to the community of the four directions means there's a word for that, agata, anagata, chatudisa, sagasa, deni. If someone offering something, thinking, okay, whoever coming from this direction, that directions, and these directions, I'm offering these things for regarding all of these things, all of these months. That is the meaning of four directions. Dedicate community of four directions means that. It means they are not here yet. There were some monks. There are some in here now. There would be more. There will be in the future. So thinking about the concerning about the time, past, present, and the future. If someone offering something, that is the most powerful way that you can practice generosity. So in this manner, you can practice generosity. You can practice, you can develop your generousness. So these are the advice given by the Buddha in Vellana Sutta, according to the Vellana Sutta. Why we practice generosity? To develop our right intention. How we can develop right intention? Developing our loving friendliness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity through developing our abandoning, renunciation. So this is the way how we can follow this right intention, Samma Sankappa. Okay, so that would be enough regarding the topic. Let's talk something related to this one in our next topic, Samma Kammanta, tomorrow. So now you can take a break. In this break time, you can practice yoga. there would be a yoga teacher, and she might be getting ready to practice yoga with you. And then you can come back again to have question and answer. If you have any questions regarding your Dhamma practice, there is a box in Sangha hall. You can put that questions there in that box. When we come back to meditation hall, we can discuss those questions.